And we are back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 10, episode 5. So, just want to say thank you to every single person that watches and listens to this podcast on all of your podcasting platforms. And I would like to give you guys an update on the podcasting schedule on this show, but I'm going to also make a pre-recorded video about it as well. That way I can just, put that out on the YouTube channel, and then everyone's going to be able to see, and hear when we're going to have the show. And the Iron Man podcast, for the first part to get it up on the podcasting platforms, is done. I have to do several things with the other two, with like an episode that I couldn't put up there, but for the most part, it's done. And before you guys see the next Cloud9 podcast, which is going to be when me and Chaz do it on Thursdays, most of the episodes should be up by then. And yeah, so the Cloud9 podcast, well, starting from basically January 2024 till something changes, it's going to be on Sundays and Thursdays. Sundays is always just the best day to do the show, as well as Thursday, because I realized I was basically overloading myself with shows on my first day off, and I just couldn't find a real balance of it, because I would kind of go from like doing maybe like 3 one-on-ones to basically, hey, now I got to do the Cloud9 podcast on Wednesday. And it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to have any energy for that. And we would mostly put it off until Thursday anyway. So I feel like those are the best days for the show, because on Sunday, we can talk about the games that just ended up happening from the 2 days for the LCS and the first days of the LEC. Then we could also recap a good amount of the LCK. And I'm pretty sure the CB Law also started as well. So like on Thursday, we'll be able to, potentially talk about the CB Law, as well as going over the other games from the LEC and the LCK as well. And we also have the LPL starting tonight as well. So yeah, that is going to be absolutely crazy. We are in full swing of the competitive League of Legends season, and I absolutely love it, and I'm here for it every single second. And joining me to talk about the competitive League of Legends scene is Mr. Blanks. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm out here. I got getting top 4 is my challenges. Finally doing well, getting some points for Pokemon. Did a small little 3-round locals and Discord for Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because I was bored. Went 3-0, flown to read, baby. Top tier deck still. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos, looking over the market and shit. Yeah, I'll probably just go stick with Flu till it dies out. It's weird because I had on my phone, I was watching the live stream of Pokemon. Yeah. One thing I was watching I was playing playing Flunder, and I was playing it actual, the remote duel, but it was like round 3, the guy he DC'd halfway through, but he was already down 1 game, and the judge just gave me the win. He got beat game. He got beat game 1 badly. Okay. I was second. Dark World evenly matched. He scooped it up as soon as he saw I was playing. Game 2, we played. I set up a board, and then he DC'd right as he set up his board, and and then he was playing sync rounds. That was the toughest matchup of the day. The first 2 were, I would guess, a deck I played, Scareclaw, and I was able to. I booked Moon one of his monsters that he couldn't link summon, and then his turn ended because he already went for his resources. I knew when to. I played Scareclaw. I know how to play it. Yeah. Round 2 was, or game 2 for that was OTK. Because I challenge, or I still play for a bit of challenge. Yeah, I
pretty underrated card. I like that card a lot.
Yeah, because Tryhard can be targeted but can't be destroyed. by like defense position monsters. It can still be targeted by effects. And beginning that, I played one droplet in my side deck. It flew. It was like, why droplet? There's turns where you don't have shifter. And like if I'm playing a mirror match or I'm playing against Exo Sister, droplet's better than shifter. Like say if like because there's sometimes I'll keep shifter in like as a target just to send off droplet. And then I'll send like the continuing spell. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm probably just gonna play flu. Like
yeah, because I was gonna tell you when we do the Sunday Fun Day show, we're gonna go over people's videos so I can just clip them out and just put them
hell
as,
yeah,
content as well. All right, let's dive into some LCK. All right, so I haven't really got a chance to watch like 2 series, so I won't be able to talk about DK. I haven't had a chance to watch their series in full, but every other team I can pretty much talk about to a certain extent because there's been a lot of games, people. There's been games like every day, so.
Yeah.
I know everyone's favorite team is T1. Might as well just talk about them first. So they had the back and forth series against Genji, and they lost that. But you're thinking to yourself, if that team faces like anybody else, they're probably just going to beat the shit out of anybody else. And that actually pretty much happened.
Yep.
Oh God! So they faced off against Guangdong Freaks, and remember how we were looking at Guangdong Freaks' schedule. We knew they're completely fucked. They had the hardest strength of schedule out of any of the other teams out there. And game 1 against Guangdong Freaks, game 2 was a little back and forth due to, Guangdong heavily focusing on bot lane. But game 1 was all T1. I mean, there's a part in this game, everyone, where he literally was Zeus, whom I think has been T1's best player so far.
Literally
gets a 1v3 in the top lane.
No, he is their best player
now.
Right now.
I've seen people go like, why did he pick Wei here? I think Wei is an extremely strong champion, but just because someone pulls it out and it gets focused on hard in the game, that doesn't make it bad, people. Like,
you talking about Bulldog?
Yeah. I think Wei is a good champion. I think the problem here, people need to understand with this game, is Owner and Faker massively shut him down because they realize that if they have that. People are saying Wei scale is really, really, really good. If that champion gets to like any mid-game scenario where he's ahead and he's not died, he will actually tear your team apart. We saw that with Beryl. Beryl played Wei. I mean, Beryl's laning phase is really bad, as everyone knows. This shit is terrible. But Wei as a champion can make up for that. So Owner and Faker shut down Bulldog pretty hard in this game. I mean, you have it there where you get the shockwave. He missed the first initial knockup, but it doesn't matter. He could just get the follow-up damage. I remember just seeing this and going like, damn, these guys are getting their absolute shit beat out of them. I don't think Carrier is I don't think he can really show off all his skills on someone like fucking Milo, but I guess
you gotta realize it was these games like in like their
that right there. It's disgusting. Like, you have to see what Cuz just did there. Cuz he just wired right there with his entire ult. Look at that shit. So you can literally predict where he's going to go up, down, wait. No, he threw it in fucking Narnia. Just toss that shit around. Then
not the press release, but what they were talking about with T1 is a lot of times where they're doing is they're playing for 1 or 2 lanes. They'll let bot lane just figure out what champion they want to play.
Yeah, because if you don't understand, bot lane for T1, since they're arguably one of the best, if not the best in the league, like we saw that in game 2. If they even try to shut them down, they know how to play conservatively enough to the point where they could get themselves back in the game anyway. Even if they get focused down themselves. This game was just all bad. Like, Bulldog is focusing Gumayusi, even though he has no damage to kill him. Blows his own flash. Then they're like, you know what? We could probably turn this around on Zeus. You can't. And they're just getting chunked down themselves. This is just all bad. Plus, the draft is really bad from Guangdong Freaks, too. Like, this draft is terrible. Varus Lulu against Lucian Milo. Really? Aatrox into Aatrox into
Varus is not bad because he has long distance.
The poke won't matter. Milo would just be able to shield him. Like, you're not going to get any poke down.
Unless Milo is far behind, then it's like, okay. No,
because you can see what he's doing there. He can't get any damage down. There's too much shields too. There's Orianna would just shield Gumayusi too if he needs it.
But it's like the same thing with Lulu. You go polymorph is Lulu. That's why it's like, okay, the comp made sense. The issue is the execution was just horrendous.
Right here at this point, when they lose the 1v3, at this point, you just put in the surrender vote. Just put in the surrender vote, and just
I'm gonna tell you why the comp didn't work. You're giving over Faker, Oriana again, and then
I still don't like people keep giving. Well, that's the benefit of Faker right now. Azir and Oriana, his best champions, are actually just the meta champions. That is such a buff. He gets to play his best champions because people know they're not going to get Faker Ahri. Like, what are we doing here?
And then also, teams need to know not to give. They use Yone. You give them Yone or Yasuo, you're just asking to get absolutely wrecked.
Good God. Look at that. He just ran him down by himself. He didn't even he didn't even use his ult there. He used it.
You got Carry out here doing some Mario Kart shit. Carry. Oh God, man. I'm right now watching the football game. God damn, Josh Allen bleeding and shit.
Oh God. Well, T1 ended up smashing the fuck out of Kwangdong Freaks.
Kwangdong got freaked out. Game 2 was close. Game 2 was close, but
only because they focused the bot lane. They did do a very good job at focusing the bot lane. The problem here is this is what makes them a really good team compared to them. Doesn't matter. You could focus that bot lane, and they even gave Zeus Orin. He solo killed people on Orin. If you're getting solo killed by someone on Orin, you might need to get a new top laner. I'm just saying. You guys need a top laner at that point.
This comp, I wouldn't have went. They try to go Milo this time, but then you give over Lucian Nami. Like you're. Well, I wouldn't have went Varus. I wouldn't pick Varus into Lucian Nami.
You can't pick Rumble into this. This is just troll.
Oh hell no.
Rumble is going to equalizer. All of them are going to dash away from it. Lucian dash. Corki has an E dash. They have the same dash. They both in their E. Jarvan literally. That's fucking crazy. All three of them have the dash in their E's. And so does Orin. All four of these guys can dash away from it instantly.
And then also Nami can shield. Nami shields. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Speeds up. Plus her ult could knock off.
LeBlanc jumps in.
Plus also exactly. See, Varus in the first comp makes more sense, even though I agree with you. I probably wouldn't have went with it. I went with Varus. This one.
Varus. This one's even worse. This is even worse. He can't. Yep. I mean, yeah, you could actually do a lot more damage to these guys because they're all shorter range, but they all have. Oh, God, fucking hell.
You got E dodges, plus you got Nami heals, plus shield, plus her bubble, plus her alt wave.
And they also gave, I don't know what is with these guys and giving the T1 their best champions, because so Faker gets Oriana in game 1, then Owner gets Jarvan in game 2. Really? They gave Owner Jarvan in game 2. And then they chose to go hey, we'll have Vi. Now the Vi pick makes sense because you could obviously dive 3 of these guys. Yeah. That's fine. But this is this what separates really good top laners from really bad ones. If a person can play a carry top laner as good as he can play a tank, that's a really good player. That means he can play tanks as well as he can play carries. So up there, obviously Owner pretty much only kind of ganks for Zeus for the most part, or he'll somewhat gank for bot. For the most part, I don't really ever see Owner go bot, which I think he needed to gank bot a little bit more this game because he didn't really need to help out Owner Zeus at all, honestly. So that's the thing, though. You shut down Gumayusi for 20 minutes, and he just out team fights your ADC, who got all the help you can get. Then what makes this dive kind of suffer for them is, first of all, the Varus has to go in and not get a kill. Wait, he got a kill, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he got one. Oh, sorry. He got a kill, but it was at the cost of getting his cleanse down, or barrier, and he had to flash out, I'm pretty sure. So this is really not worth if you're looking at it. He has to expend his flash, and he had to expend his barrier. So he comes back to lane without any summoners up, and T1, no, I'm probably got to gank this guy. Now, it was good on Cuz to come back here and go, okay, we can actually repeat gank this guy. So the decision-making was there. It was just more Well, it's most of the comp just fails them. They have no other way of kind of like blowing the game open because Bulldog, well, he's not really getting anything else done. Like, if Cuz is committing this much to bot lane, Bulldog needs to go down there and help out too. You need to blow the game open. But Taeyun's like, I'm gonna just get my ramen ding dong and just sit there and just die. He knows he shouldn't be there. He has no summoner spells up. He knows he's not supposed to be there, but he just is because they have no eyes and shit. So whatever.
Shit.
But yeah, T1 managed to win this game. Camusi started out the game, I think 0-5, ended up being 10-5. That's how you know you're fucking. That's how you know your confidence is shot. You shut down like one of their best players, and they still ended up beating you with a positive KDA record over the guy who got like 3,000 ganks thrown towards him. Remember, Taeyun finishes 3-6. Camusi finishes 10-5. Just saying, that is bad. That is awful. That's terrible.
That's how it be.
You know how much they focused that bot lane, that game? I was watching that live, and I was sitting there going like, damn, this Varus needs to take up this game. If I was given that much game pressure by my jungler, you need to have that game won for me. No, it's so trash. They just throw the whole game. Holy crap. Any other games you want to talk about? DRX beat the shit out of DRX. That wasn't even fair.
Yep. I was gonna say the you haven't seen the DKKT game, but I'm telling you that was a game 3 that was a banger. That was a banger game 3.
A banger?
Yeah. Genji out here. Genji out here clapping motherfucking fools.
That shit is disgusting.
Hamalive was good too.
Yeah, okay, so I will say this. After
their early game was shaky as shit though.
Yeah, after their shaky early game against DRX, game 1, which we're going to go over right now for you guys, they've been fine after that. That's something we could go like, oh, okay, it was literally just game 1 of the year, first stage game for the team. Shit happens, because if it was a seriously bad thing you have to look at, then their early games after that would have been bad to look at, right? So a lot of people were like, why did DRX lose this game when they did? I watched this live. They were winning the entire game. They won the entire game. This is the problem when you have situations like that. So it's not really more or less so like they're not winning. It's just more like, okay, what are you getting on the map? Because people look at kill scores too much and not looking at, well, yeah, they're winning in kills, but they don't really actually get anywhere on the map. Now, they have the comp to do it, but then they also don't. People need to realize if they're winning this hard, at a certain point, if Homoli's comp gets on top of them and they start winning team fights, it's over. Because Yone literally has 3 squishy targets he can one-shot and almost one-shot Rumble. And he'll just chop down the tree. Had to do it. Had to do it there. Just had to. Oh, and guess what? They have a Rel to just jump on the 3 squishy targets. So they drafted a comp with virtually no escapes outside of like Tristana, who gets to just have her jump. That's it. So I'm pretty sure there was the part where they're winning the entire game for the most part in just terms of like kill pressure, but they never really broke open the game as much as they should have. Like when they're winning this hard, this game should be over essentially. So this was the part of the game I'm pretty sure. Okay, so Teddy whiffs his ult. And I remember, Doran goes in, and then Doran pulls one back. Then the tidal wave comes in. Then right there, they're too scattered. That's horrible. That's just unacceptable, man. Like they deserve to. If you get that far ahead and then you throw like that in a team fight, you deserve to lose. Why is your carries behind your tanks? Why is your Tristana? Why is your Aphelios alone next to the Yone? Why is Sponge not in the front line absorbing that initial double Q from Yone? Like, come on, man. What are we doing here, dude? Like, what is this? I will also say the bottom teams have played a lot more better this year than the last year's bottom teams, but Bro is still bad. Bro is terrible. There's nothing that'll say that org is trash. There was a game I watched one night, guys, live, where I saw them final pick Renekton into Udyr top, and I was like, cool, I'm going to sleep because I'm not watching that shit. Like, I shit you not. They quite literally counter picked. This is where you save your counter pick. You pick they're gonna be on blue side of the game, right? Yeah, they'd be on red side. So they saved their red side last pick for Morgan, that horseshit fucking player, to give him Renekton into Udyr. Yeah, oh dear, you just lost the game for your team. They literally counterpicked themselves with Renekton into Udyr. Like, the fuck's going on here? What the fuck? I'll sit there going like, come on, man. How much did you get PayPal to do that? That's just not like what normal people do. Come on, man. All right. Genji won against Nongshim. I remember that. I don't remember. I can't remember the actual game. Let me see. Let me refresh my memory a little bit.
It was an absolute ass whooping.
I remember game one just. Oh yeah. Oh god. King playing Darius. What is wrong with this man? Oh god. Oh god. Yeah. That's what we call grape. Watching that series. That's what you just call like. All right, just get a mop, clean up on aisle 5. All right. LCK done for the most part. Unless you want to mention anything else. Oh. Despite FearX losing to KT, the actual series itself was actually pretty entertaining. I will say that.
Yeah.
KT actually do look a whole lot more stronger and coordinated this year. I feel like last year their peak was stronger when you think about like the players on the roster, but this one looks a lot more coordinated. Piosik actually does look like he's actually having some fun. Well, it's because he's in, Korea, not dog shit Team Liquid. Maybe that has an effect on people. Just being away from North America. That would be just the ultimate, like, hey, I'm not at this fucking dog shit region anymore. If Beryl has Wei, he looks like a competent support player. If Beryl has any other champion beside Wei, I mean, he's just Beryl. That's just all I got to say about that one. But anything else you want to say about the LCK? Actually,
KT, their early game is horrible.
Bad.
If they don't get off to a good start, it's gonna be a long game.
Yeah, they rely a lot on skirmishes to outplay their opponents. That's what they rely a lot on. Like, if you look at their games, the ones that have been like really close for them, the one that I saw from them, I was like, okay, these guys are really, really hammering down this early game. Because like they made a lot of, I won't say they made a lot of mistakes. I feel like these mistakes are going to get punished harder by, a T1 or a Hanwha Life or a Genji. They have to be, because there's no way you can really...
to a certain degree, because their early games kind of T1s too. But I think what it is KT makes unorthodox moves, and when you watch that DK KT series, you'll understand why. I say the only thing that could really punish them would be Genji if their comp is good. T1's too, but it's like,
I mean, T1 is KT's dad.
Yes.
Like for Kate, like T1 is KT's dad, and then Genji is T1's dad. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? What is all this? They said that FearX, like Liv Sandbox, who's now FearX's record against DRX is like fucking like 30-0 or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Oh Lord Jesus. Oh, Faker is 6 matches away from having from being the all-time kill leader in the LCK. So he'll definitely have that by the end of the split, because they played an 18-round best of 3 Robin or whatever they fucking call it. Yeah. Are you still at the LEC games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. All right, guys, moving on to the LEC. All right, so this is just the day 2, so we're just gonna go over like our first initial reactions to the games.
Day 1 was it week 2, day 1 and 2 games.
Yes. Okay, everyone knows I love me some G2, but this early game reminds me of what Cloud9 was doing last year. Okay, I was watching the early game. I do believe that if you get them to a certain situation, they are smarter as an individual 5 group to out macro the opponents. We've seen that, like, even if you put them in a bad situation, they're smart enough individually and strong enough individually as a 5 unit to out macro the opponent. But the problem here is I've seen this with a lot of teams too that are just like them. Their early game is really bad, guys. Like, and I don't believe it's them just trolling for the most part. Their early game is actually not good. I don't know if it's just because it's the first part of the season, if they're trying to ramp up, but this reminds me of like other teams that I followed throughout the years where their early game is really shaky, and then later on when we get towards like closer to MSI, you're thinking like, damn, if their early game stays like that, they're about to get fucking wrecked by people. Like they're like the only reason why I think they're getting away with their bad early game is because it's LEC right now. It's just that's how it's gonna be. You know, they did have a really, really clean game against Team Heretics, but I think that was more or less so was like, Caps and Mickey X didn't want to lose to their old buddies. It's basically new G2 versus old G2.
That too, but I'm gonna say this also. It wasn't even that. Team Heretic bot lane is absolute just not.
I told you, remember, you take off Kaiser on Bard.
Yeah.
What do you have?
They're not good.
Shit.
And Perks is just average. Caps should never lose Perks again in the mid lane. No,
Perks actually grieved hard as fuck into him too. And Perks still couldn't capitalize. Remember when Caps was like retardedly Tristana jumping into him, getting completely chunked out? I was like, Perks, you need to cap. What is with Western teams and not capitalizing on situations like that? It's just like something that they can't do. When you see a situation like that, you call your jungler over or you do it yourself, and you need to punish those mistakes. We know these mistakes get punished by Asian teams. If Faker sees the enemy mid laner chunked out, either he goes up there and almost kills him himself, or he calls over owner or calls up his support to go and kill this guy. Why is that with Western teams, when we see them, when someone does something like that, they just stand there and be like, oh, okay, cool. I can just recall myself.
Unless the mid lane is a menace and he just chunks him out himself and kills him.
Unless he just eats him himself. He's a fat ass.
That too. I go back once in a while and I just go back and I watch that series of T1 versus Cloud9. I'm like, this guy's gone. He ain't coming. He's done.
People said, it was dominating in scrims. Yeah, we ain't never seen that shit on stage.
You know how many people have beat me in practice while I was playing beat me in practice? Oh, I beat him in practice, but then when I went to the tournament, clapped him.
Oh, yeah.
But just, come on, son.
Listen, one little Power Rangers discussion. Little quick. There was a reel because I follow Tracy Lynn Cruz. Yep. Obviously, you guys Ashley from Power Rangers Space. One of my favorite Yellow Rangers. She was with Taylor on the Wild Force team. Taylor aged so well. Oh my God, look at that woman. She is gorgeous.
Taylor.
She was the Yellow Ranger on Wild Force.
Oh, okay.
She aged so well. Oh my God, you could tell she just wants to put her tongue in Ashley's ass.
Okay. Yeah, first of all.
Oh yeah, League of Legends. Yeah. So
yeah, no. I was gonna say you got a picture real quick. You could bring that up.
Yeah. So I think it's hard to really say. I do believe their early game needs a lot of work right now, but I also believe they're not really taking their early game as serious on stage right now because it's winter split. We still have another split to go. So I guess it just means something more if you just beat Perks, Wonder, and Yankos. Obviously would make more sense. I'm sort of a hard believer in a lot of these teams, guys. So outside of GG2, who do you want to go? Let's talk about. We're not talking about that team. That Vitality game and Carmine Corp game gave me a stroke.
Oh, no, that was bad.
That's the worst. I don't care what game happens for the rest of the year. I don't care. That's the worst game of the year. And we're in bookmark this right now. What month are we in? We're in January.
The crazy part about it is,
what happened? What's up?
If Carmine Corp loses one more game, they can't get no higher than fifth because there's already teams that got 4 wins.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
If they lose one more game, they.
I told people that's a shitly constructed roster. It's a bad constructed roster. Makes no sense on paper. The more I thought about it, because I initially I had them at like 5th to 7th, I think. But the more I thought about it, I was like, that's a really shit roster.
I think we had them like 7th to 8th.
Did we? I think
we had them low. Because we said the only team.
That's what we said. We said the only reson why they get wins is because they have like decent names on paper that can carry you some games.
And then
don't even have that. Don't even have that.
And then Matt Lyons came out and decided to play. I'm like, okay, that's Vitality.
Those Spanish fans, they're like, oh yeah, we're not 10th place. You guys cheerleaders suck. Okay, these people were literally taco circle jerking, Cinco de Mayo, quesadillas, por favor.
No, tacos is LLA. These are the paella eating.
These
12
are
o'clock at night.
Paella
eating, motherfucker. They be eating dinner at 12 o'clock and it will be wondering why motherfuckers be having heart attacks at 46. Like, stop eating.
God, these are El Chapos. Dude, the way these fucking Spanish fans, and I dated a Spanish girl. I know how you guys are. I celebrate Cinco de Mayo with you because I like Mexican women. But there ain't no way y'all need to be talking like that. They got one BO1 win. One. They had a single win. They're like, taco salad people, Cinco de Mayo. Y'all, fuck, you guys are retarded. Fuck. Then, because they ended up losing quite a bit, guys. Mad Lions, they're now what? 2-2. They've not looked good. Okay, these last games have been pretty bad, honestly. So now people are understanding this is why people had them 10th. I mean, like, is there a reason not to have these guys 10th? But it's only because Karma Corp is so much more worse than these guys. And that's really bad. That's just really awful too. But that Team Vitality game and that Karma Corp game, that actually gave me a literal. Remember the part where Sakin, Upset, and Bo gated into the Zaya, and they all got punched.
I just finished watching that game like was it like 10 minutes before this stream started, and I was like,
I want people to bookmark this episode and bookmark that game. That's the worst game of the year. I don't care what happens at MSI, World, Spring, and Summer. That's the worst game I've seen in my life. That game is terrible. I want to show you guys this epitome of bad. Remember the part of the game where like Vitality is trying to siege mid and Vetio TP's top? Yeah. What are you doing? What? Like Vetio, I will say this. I think he's overrated as fuck. But he actually has had a pretty good 2 days so far. I will give him that. But people are factor in asterisks. Those are like his best champions too. He also won MVP. He also won MVP playing Akali. So
I'm gonna say this right now. Bo doesn't look good, and Targos is just absolute
ass. Like we're talking like open, big black woman, sloppy, sweaty, booty ass. After she got out of Walmart, mailing her 3 kids from Tyrone. We're talking that much swamp ass.
Yeah, damn.
We're talking those big ugly black women that go on the Mari show talking about they looking for their baby daddy, and this bitch got like 10 kids going after Dion on the streets. They're that ass.
You know the crazy part is always some nigga named Dion too. That's the crazy part.
The very crazy part is K-Dot's K-Dot's name is Jabroni. All right, so all right.
Why you almost what? God damn it.
I want to show you guys just how bad this is. This is the epitome of ass. Oh my lord. So Vitality is somehow sieging mid. All right. And then please watch what Vetio does. This is borderline criminal, man. Oh my god.
It's damn near criminal.
Oh my god, these not only can Vitality not actually take a base properly with Baron, they also can take a base properly with the Lovers bot lane, nor with Cassante. Look at what Vetio does. He TP's up there. This guy is retarded. Look at what he just did. Please look at the camera. Okay, so Vetio, they're sieging mid. He's TPing up here for what exact reason? Hylissang's like, I'm going in. What are you doing? You fucking crackhead! You absolute retard! What? Oh god! Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Then Photon's sitting here. He can't see these fucking Asians are retarded. He goes in and kills himself. This is clown. This is clown world. Burn these orgs to the ground.
This is
all
like
bad.
Cali was doing this last year. They like.
Oh god! And then guess what? Fucking Bo's sitting there. He tanked the Ari charm. Look at what he just did. He just tanked the Ari charm.
He tanked the fuck out of it too.
Meanwhile, he's the highest damage person on their team with Lilia. He actually was playing very well this game up until this point. Even though the whole game was shit, he actually played very well. So Photon's going like, you know what? I know he just lost this fight. I'm gonna just going all in the tank. Like what? What? This is trash. Throw these orgs out. Imagine this. The French orgs are the worst ones. We gonna see a fuck you. Ugh.
Oh, shit.
So Bo gets jumped on by Hylissang, tanks the Ari charm. Targamas is like, you know what? I just saw our biggest damage carry die. I'm gonna leap in on Rel. Targamas is the worst support. He's worse than Lebrov. Lebrov will actually have decent games, give or take. Maybe he might be on like a Blitzcrank or something. He might once in a while, whenever I have my dad in my life, have a good game. This is a PayPal moment. Vitality PayPal'd these people to do this. Watch this level of horse shit. So the game is getting close to a point where like Karma Corp can make a comeback, right? Then Upset, Sakin, Cowboy Shark, the three squishy members go, you know what? We're going to wait for Hillsing in the bush. Not a bad idea. No, you can't kill him. Run. Actually, just run. You get a summoner spell, you get a flash, that's worth it. Do you know what they do? They try to commit harder for him, and they get two-shotted.
Dude.
Help me. Please.
Did he just fumble?
I want to be in darkness. I want to live in darkness.
Oh my god.
Can you tell me what I just saw? Can you explain to me what I just saw?
Dude, I'm telling you right now, between this and what's going on in the Kansas City Buffalo game, I'm seeing a lot of horse shit.
I'm just like
I saw this and I was like,
is it like going or is it a contagion going around right now where people
stupidity?
just take that and people just taking turns throwing?
Yeah, I had someone guess me. I had someone yesterday guess me could have beat me, and they threw. I was like, they didn't. I saw the line. I was like, okay, I'm gonna lose if this guy gets this. Whiffed it. I was like, okay, I drew game. I was like, yeah, no, throwing is an epidemic because
this is just so bad. I have never seen decision making like this in my life. So they already get his flash. That's good enough. Just take your win. Take your summoner spell. Second, W's forward on Tristana gets two-shotted. I'm done. Fuck this league. This league is trash. This is just they like plays like that. You deserve to be 0-4. There's no coming back from that, man. People are like, they'll get it together next week. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And my dad is gonna be back in my life.
Okay, it should be updated to 0-5. It refresh because it should be updated as
no. They were no. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. They should be 0-5. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it should be updated.
Well, it hasn't. Well, we know they're 0-5, so it's okay.
Yeah, they're 0-5 because SK is 4-1, G2's 4-1.
LEC season. Let me do LEC. Yeah, I'm on the right thing. Oh, it's an overview. My bad. I'll be on winter. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Updated. Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's the updated score. You have 3 teams tied at 4-1, 2 teams tied at 3-2, 3 teams tied at 2-3, and then you just have
Rogue,
and then Carmine. Whatever the fuck Carmine Corp want to be.
The team formerly known as Koi and Carmine Corp. Carmine Corp just, like a Charlotte gives over the bed. Hey guys, take our spot, and Carmine just take it. And Carmine just take it over from where Astralis left off.
Remember what people told us? That if you get rid of Astralis, Carmine Corp is a better org and they'll do much more better. Yeah, I don't know about that one, buddies.
I mean, I think by this point last year, Astralis had a win. I think he did. I know Charlotte at least.
They started their comeback. They got a win, and they actually ended up winning like 3 more games to get themselves actually in the playoffs.
Yeah,
they actually started out really bad themselves. But this is the thing, though, is they lose tomorrow. I think it's curtains. They'll be 0-6.
No, it's curtains. I'm gonna tell you why. Because matter of fact, who plays tomorrow? What are the matches tomorrow? Because that'll let me know.
Okay, so tomorrow's games, they play Heretics tomorrow.
Okay.
They're probably losing that, if I'm being honest here.
No, they're probably losing that too, but they actually have a chance because SK and BDS, one of those teams has to go 4-2. One of those teams has to go 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, what's going to happen is, let's say SK wins, right?
Yeah.
SK is 5-1, BDS is 4-2. Fnatic against Giant X. I think Fnatic wins. They go what? They're 4-2 now.
Probably, yeah.
And Giant X goes to what, 3-3?
Mm-hmm.
Giant X will
go 2-4.
2-4. Okay, Giant X will be 2-4. Bad Lions. Okay, Bad Lions.
This is just we lose our time watching that. That's what I would call that.
Okay. Bad Lions goes to what? 4-2.
It would be 3-4.
No, 4-2 or 3-3.
3-3. Yeah.
3-3. Okay. Rogue would be 1-5. Yep. Let's say G2 has a brain, wakes up and beats Vitality. G2 would be 5-1. Vitality would be. What the fuck Vitality would be? Vitality would be 2-4. Whatever. It don't matter. And if Team Heroic takes care of business, Carmack Corp will be 0-6. If Carmack Corp loses tomorrow, as long as G2 wins, and it doesn't matter who wins between SK and BDS, because one of those teams is going to make it.
Those teams are essentially locked. No matter the outcome, really.
Yeah.
One of them will be locked for
One
sure.
of them automatically will be locked. It'll lock Carmack Corp out of getting the top 2 seeds if G2 wins as well. Because Carmack could get no higher than 3rd.
And that's also being generous too, because I think that's the problem is Rogue, we know Rogue are trash.
Absolutely trash.
Just so like I think
honestly,
easier teams, honestly. I think
Rogue,
easier teams right here, honestly. I'm being
if you're looking for G2 have turn your brain off, Rogue should be 0-5. Let's be honest. Rogue, I'm being honest right now. Rogue might only have 2 wins, and the other one might be Carmack Corp. Carmack Corp might go 0-9. Like I want you to feel bad for Yamato, but at the same time, you out here saying this is one of the better teams in the LEC. I'm like, he said
Cabochard was trying. Remember last week after Cabochard was blatantly inting, he was like, no, he tries. Oh, Yamato.
I never want to hear my coach say he tries because that should be
by default. That should be by default. You're trying because you're in the fucking league. God!
If your coach says he's trying, you know damn well he's about to lay into you the minute he gets back. No, I've had a coach be like, "Oh yeah," in the press conference, yeah, our offense was tried. I was like, "Oh shit." Okay, he's about to lay into the fucking quarterback. The quarterback about that.
Oh, I wanted to point out to a lot of people here that are going to watch this show. Targamas was also on a losing roster last winter as well.
Yeah.
Remember that? He's only ever did well on G2, and he wasn't even that good on G2. I thought he was actually quite bad on G2. It's crazy how only G2 could actually make this guy work. But then later on, throughout the 2022 when they had him, he just showed how bad. He's just not a good player, man. I just don't understand why he's still on any roster. If any roster takes a risk on this guy, you're asking to lose, man.
This is the question I'm asking. How is he on a roster and Trimby's nowhere to be found?
He's French. Targamas is French. That's the only reason why.
Oh, fuck that guy. Is it Trimby French?
I'm pretty sure. No way. No, Trimby's where'd he come from? Fuck, he said it in Thorin's video. He's definitely not French. Some of these orgs are only keeping players because of the nationality attached to them.
Oh, that's
like, have you noticed that Matt is all Spanish this year? That's the thing.
4/5 Spanish.
Yeah. Like a lot of these orgs are now just going full, just either French or.
It's like where most teams have all black players, but then it's like
yeah. But we got that one white guy. He has hops. What?
Or that motherfucker is only there to shoot threes. It's like of course the white boy is the best shooter on the team. Yeah, because he doesn't
really have to play defense or anything.
No,
offense.
That too, plus black guys can't shoot. But let's get back to the other.
I just don't know if your org goes out of your way in the offseason. Red flag. It's like we want to know their support for Targamas. All right, automatic. That's like 2 strikes right there. I know it's 3 strikes, but that's almost automatically 2. By how absurd that sounds.
Yeah, it's like in baseball where the catcher gives when the umpire gives you 2 strikes after 1 strike. It's like, oh no, those 2. No, you swung around twice. You suck. I was like, because I'm thinking in my head. Because I saw this guy play last year. I was like,
he's just not good. He's just ass.
He doesn't.
Do we not see this guy play with Do we not see this guy play with Patrick? And people say, if you give him a better ADC, he can work. He can't even play with Upset.
Speaking of Patrick, how the fuck is Target? How you don't even sign a limit? I know he's in like ERL, whatever the shit is, the minor league for the LEC. But what the hell?
I will dominate. Tweeted that earlier. Trimby has to cast like so many supports worse than him. I will say this: Limit isn't great, but Limit will be a definite improvement over.
I'd rather have Limit over Darkman. Come on, son.
God, man, you can't make this roster work. They're just bad people. It's just an awful roster. Now, most people would probably sound the alarms of doom and gloom. It's over for your season, because people forget. Depending on tomorrow's results, it could either just be all over, or you have, if they get a win tomorrow, you somewhat still have a life raft. But if they lose tomorrow, you might as well just write it off. There's no way. I don't believe it.
Because even if you go 3-6, okay,
you would have to bank on other teams losing and or winning, beating each other, and you have to get a tiebreaker.
Okay, what is Karma Corp's last 3 games?
So the schedule. So the last 4 games, like we know, Team Heretics, okay, they face Rogue. That's probably going to be their first win, honestly. If Rogue loses to Carmine Corp, Rogue are also done.
I'm going to tell you that if Carmine Corp loses to Rogue, fire everybody. That Carmine Corp should beat Rogue, hopefully. That should be their only win.
They face SK. SK are having a banger season. That's SK are having.
No, and then they got
BDS. They're done. The season's over. Write this shit off. Right.
Oh God, they're going. They at most they're going 180 Dream. If they lose to Rogue, they're going 0-9. Oh my God, that's. And you know the fucked up thing about it? This is the team they put in the showcase to go against T1. These motherfuckers could be T1's academy team.
Sakin was better than Faker. The French fans literally said Sakin was better than Faker. Remember that? There was a thread.
These motherfuckers can't beat T1's academy team, let alone T1 itself.
The French fans, there was a fucking thread on Twitter. They're like, Sakin is the French Faker. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Y'all motherfuckers got to stop doing that. See, it's one thing when we say Pallet Faker because Pallet Fox has a big brain and Abadagi plays out of his goddamn mind when it comes to games.
It's also crazy. We've seen those guys' actual skill. Like, we know these guys have skill and it's good. What has Sakin done?
You can't call someone a GOAT player when it's like after 2 games. Like, nigga, what? How you gonna call yourself I'm better than LeBron James after making 5 shots? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck, okay. You said, I can beat LeBron James in them one-on-one. Nigga. Okay, yeah, you say that. You can't beat LeBron James now.
The French fans think that Adam is the best top laner. He's one of the best top laners in the world. Adam. They think Adam is one of the best top laners in the world. I sure true not.
I mean, when he's playing Darius or Garrett, yeah. But if you put that motherfucker on Renekton and let's see how fast he
sprints that shit.
Yeah, put that motherfucker on Rumble. Or no, put that motherfucker on Kennen and let's see how fast. Yeah,
just watch the world burn.
Yeah, because trust me. If I was a coach, I'd be like, you know what? We're trolling against BDS. We're banning Garrett, we're banning Olaf, we're banning Darius, and we're banning
Yeah, guys, I know we're making fun right now, but if Carmine Corp do not ban out Adam's champions in that game, well, because let's think, before that, if they lose all the games before that and they go 0-8, they're already out anyway. You go 0-8, you have no chance of making it.
I'm banning Garrett, Olaf, Darius, and what's the S again? Set. Oh, okay.
Would he pick Set right now? Ooh, I wouldn't pick Set right now. There's no way. There's Udyr. If you pick Set, someone's going to counter pick Udyr and beat the shit out of you.
I'm telling you right now. What if Adam plays Udyr and goes off on him?
If Adam plays Udyr, I might just not even watch that game. That might be a 0-20 game.
What if Adam's the carry on Udyr and just claps Casey? Oh my God!
So they can't lose anything more than past 6 games. If you lose past 6 games, they're already done right now. But this is in theory, right? So their next game tomorrow.
Fuck all that.
If they want to save their season, they need to win tomorrow. That last, they need to win tomorrow. If they don't win tomorrow, it's over.
Yeah, because 3-6 is damn near impossible. You're
3-6 hoping for a tiebreaker too. You know,
3-6 and you got no wins. and every team that you go, two of the teams that you're facing in the final week already have more wins than you're possibly able to get.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. They can't tie with any. They can't tie with G2. They can't tie with SK and BDS unless they win tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And if SK and BDS win one more game, it doesn't matter what happens in the final week because Carmine Corp cannot get anything higher than third.
That's the thing too, is why would I even want this team in the next round? These guys stink in best of ones. I'm not to want the team in best of threes. I have to watch 3 more extra games of these guys play. Nah, I'm good. There's better things to watch. Adrian Acheta getting fisted, Lennon dancing her tits pop up and down. I'd rather watch anything else and watch them play any more League of Legends games. I'm good. Just if they, so tomorrow, guys, I was doing this episode. If they do not win tomorrow, it's over. Just write them off. Completely write that team off.
Yep.
Should probably already write them off right now, but we're being generous here. One more shout out to a team, and then we'll go to LCS, which is BDS. BDS have actually played pretty well this week.
Yep.
They've really last week was really sketchy, but this week I will say they played really well this week. They've all stepped up. The league is so bad that LeBron is actually a decent support. So
people are talking about LeBron's top 3 support. I'm like, oh god.
That means this league is trash.
Holy shit, LeBron's top 3 support. He said, a support that came over that looked good is Ignore. I'm like, okay, all right.
Fnatic ended up losing to
SK.
Team BDS pretty hard. And lost to SK pretty hard. Yeah.
People out here saying SK might be if SK, wins out, they could be one of the representatives to MSI. I'm like,
it's a little too early to tell if we're still in winter, but if the teams look like this, anything's possible. Because tomorrow, this is a big match right here, getting second or potentially tying for first. SK versus BDS, definitely going to be. I think that'll be our match of the week, depending on what.
It's definitely our match of the week.
So here we go. It's our Cloud9 podcast match of the week. SK versus Team BDS, top of the standings right now, both 4-1. This win either locks a team potentially into maybe getting third, second, or first. Who wins? I don't know, honestly. Oh God. Ooh. Actually, quite generally a coin toss. I mean, I legit don't know, guys.
I say SK.
All right. Let me get a quarter. Is that a penny? Well, these are cheap matches anyway. All right. Heads, SK, tails, BDS. BDS.
Okay, I'm going to go SK then.
All right. Because it's literally quite so close between them, given their current level. I could see both of them winning, honestly. Well, you both can't win, but either of them winning is very plausible. But yeah, that'll be our match of the week. Just like last week, we actually we had SK versus Fnatic last week, and that was just a fucking slaughter.
Yeah.
Good God. All right. What other region we got to talk about? Any of the match of the week game? No, week 2's over. All right. LEC is done. Anything else you want to say about the LEC? Actually, I won't say I'm concerned with Fnatic, but
I'm not concerned with Fnatic. Though doesn't get.
But I am skeptical. I will say.
Oh no, I'm skeptical like a motherfucker because
Noah is so underwhelming on anything not Aphelios, Ezreal.
That whole bot lane, that whole bot lane underwhelming.
They wanted a Wang Ching Chong to talk to Noah, and they realized, wait a minute, I might need my support to talk to my jungler. That jungle support synergy is pretty good, I hear. But Fnatic were like, you know what? Don't need that. We just have to have someone talk to our ADC. I mean, the ADC that's perma on mute and who can only play 3 champions. Yeah, that's why you get in.
I would have kept Trimley and got rid of Noah, but I don't know.
Yeah, and bring back Reckless.
Okay, let's not go that far. Motherfuckers out there in Korea having fun playing support. Okay, yeah, let's not go that far. Let's.
I mean, you could always bring over they could always bring Fnatic could always import Spawn. Okay, that's how you turbo the shit out of the league. Honestly,
or you can see, or you can see if Doublelift is willing to come out of retirement.
Lena, because they let you co-stream on site now. Lena was at the stage. Her titties are big for some reason. It just look nice. Double Lift was right there. God damn, he wanted to eat that bitch out right there. Oh my god. Well, LCS time, people. This looks about white.
Yeah.
This looks pretty much where we thought everything would be. All right, so I will say a few things about Shopify Rebellion. Are they worse than Immortals? I don't know.
But
they're about the same, I'd say. There was Shopify versus FlyQuest.
Yep.
Oh my god, I'm actually gonna say these words. Wild Turtle, I don't know how this guy's still getting spots. I have no clue. Had a Lucian build where FlyQuest's entire team was anti-healing, or just healing and shielding, and this guy in his Lucian build had no anti-healing. Their entire carry. Okay? Yep. It's just a terror. I mean, outside of Insanity pulled out like Zac mid, kind of like the game against FlyQuest looked a little close in the early game, but FlyQuest's comp was just outscaled too hard, and they're just not good. This is literally just TSM without Chime and Hanser. That's all it really is. And that TSM roster was bad too. Like it was literally just Insanity that was pretty much just carrying them last year, for being honest here. Sorry, last split. Boogie's awful unless it's an Elise. Unless he's playing Elise, he cannot play the game, honestly. So
no, I agree.
Like he literally can only play one champion well. Like, do you want to say anything about Shopify? Because I think this team is absolute dog shit.
I don't think they're bad. I don't even know. I don't even know. They're just TSM with some new pieces.
Or fatter pieces.
Yeah, that too.
Immortals has this. This is just a. You know how badly constructed roster Karma Corp is? This one's even worse. First of all, if you're picking up Armail in 2024, go to 8th or 7th, either one. Take how you leave it. Then you have Tactical still. Speedrun, 7th, 8th, whatever you want to pick it. Then they took Ole, who just got out of military service, 7th, 8th, however you want to take it, doesn't matter to me. What a shit constructed roster. Both these rosters are constructed like absolute trash. There's no hope for Immortals. Immortals, just get out of the league. I'm tired of watching. Just get out. Get the fuck out.
Doubtfire, I thought they were gonna be one of the two teams to leave and not go to Guardians. That one surprised me. Oh my goodness, that. Imagine a world where Licorice is not on a team.
Casting the LCS.
Yeah. This ass. Shit.
They can't. You can't make this up, people. Then, if people saw how bad Immortals was playing today, 8th.
Yeah, 8th. This is like their new coach. Like, oh yeah, we got hope. I was like, I mean, technically, you do have to say you got hope because you can't be like, oh yeah, we're gonna.
Can't wait to go 0-9.
Yeah, 0-9 out of 8 and 0-9 out of 18. That's.
I can't stop laughing. This org is a joke. Get these motherfuckers out. Get out. Get out. How many games do we all play? How many games did Mark say we're gonna play?
You play.
So it's 6 weeks, right?
No, it's
So it's 6 weeks of gameplay. With minus 2 weeks, so you minus 4 games. So it's 14 games total.
Yeah, I believe so. Because there's week 2 is next week, and then you got week 3 is a long week.
Oh, you super week because they're taking the week off, right?
No, it's after week 4. No, they take like 3 weeks off.
Oh,
because this is what happens. They go from okay. The first 4 weeks, the first month, you go from the 20th of January to about 11th of February, and then then the LCS doesn't come back to March. Yeah,
What?
I didn't realize that until I saw the schedule. Go back and look at the schedule now.
Hold on. Did you just speak English to me?
Oh my God, the Kansas City Chiefs could have got a fumble, but the fat ass.
Okay, so the last game for the LCS is February 11th.
Yeah, and then look at week 5.
They start March 2nd?
Yep.
2 weeks?
No, 3 weeks. That's 3 weeks.
No way. Really?
That's 3 weeks.
Give me 1 second. Okay, last game, February 11th. Okay. Yep. To March 2nd.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Roughly.
Roughly about 3 weeks. Roughly. Like,
full 2-week break?
Yep. 2-3 week break.
Only to come back and just play this?
Yep.
Okay. I guess. I mean, sure. LCS, sure. All right. But yeah, Shopify, horseshit, Immortals
is that bad.
This is just like with Team Vitality's name, players don't go to get vitalized. Immortals is anything but immortal.
They're mortally bad. Like,
just watching these guys, their coach is Joey. Just stop. Just stop. Just get out the fucking league.
Yes.
Just get out the league. They have Armeo in 2024. They ain't serious about getting.
And they're confident that he's gonna be one of
our crucial pieces.
Yeah, pivotal pieces of like.
Tactical is a really good NA ADC. Said by literally no one else.
they said they like the way he converses with his teammates. I was like, oh god. That's me. He's good at breaking down tape, but he's one of those guys that's a better coach than a player. Oh fuck me. Okay, I've heard that before. Where someone says, "Oh yeah, you're good at breaking down the game." That's me.
That means you told that person they have no hands.
That's like some of the best coaches ever are guys who weren't good players or weren't great players. Like Double would not be a good coach.
That whole team would fucking that's like basically putting I will dominate to be a head coach. That whole org would burn to the ground.
But you know who might be a good coach? Diamond, because he
might eat the players. I'll give him that.
Hey man, he would be a good sponsor for KFC.
You know what happened back in 2014, the offseason?
Yeah,
Fnatic almost hired Thorin to be their head coach. I'm not kidding you. Thorin would have been their head coach for 2015. Needless to say, he turned down that job. He did. He turned it down. They actually won. That's crazy. Thorin could have been a head coach. It's fucking ridiculous to think about.
Yep.
Monty actually was a head coach, and that's a story for another day. But all right, Team Liquid. Okay, so 100 Thieves. Jeez. I will say this. I like
Team Liquid.
Yeah, because Team Liquid they beat they lost to 100 Thieves in that first game. Fuck. Team Liquid. Okay. So for anyone who knows, you do not pick mages into Yone. Ever. He just runs you down. That is an ultimate counterpick to him. There's very few mages that can fight him on even ground. Like Azir and Orion will be like the only two because of their range. Team Liquid picked Ziggs for APA because that was his comfort against Yone. That's why you lost. Because someone said, but didn't Sniper take Riven? No, Riven will actually, even though Udyr is stronger than Riven and is a better champion overall, Riven can still run you down. So Riven, it will. Okay, so basically, even if they even out topside with Udyr to Riven, it doesn't matter because Yone completely runs down. He was essentially useless the entire game. Okay, and then for Team Liquid, who did they play against today? Who did they play today? They played
Samurai Rebellion.
Yeah, I don't know about Team Liquid yet. Fuck, it's giving me like flashbacks to like last year last spring about how dicey they are on stage.
They can't close. That 100 seed game
They
show
cannot
they
play
cannot
on
close.
stage. They cannot play on stage for some reason, dude. They'll get like an early game lead, and they just like stop. They just stop.
They can't
That's
close. Go back and look at that 100 seeds game. 100 seeds should have lost. The 100 seeds, they were within like reach. Mm-hmm. They were never in the lead, but they were within reach, and they just waited for Team Liquid not to close. And 100 seeds stole the game. 100 seeds stole the game. They lived up to their name.
Huh. Well, also remember, people got to factor in the Yone. Like, I think Quid realized how much stronger he was than APA during the game, because you could see like APA couldn't do anything. Remember how he was throwing Ziggs ults and they were tickling them?
Yep.
I feel like during the game, 100 Thieves could have been a little bit more proactive at fighting them back, but they realized what I liked. I thought that was Quid's best game on. So it's like, okay, I guess when this guy plays Yone, his brain turns on for some reason. And then today, I mean, they played the best team in the league today. I mean, that's just going to happen for the most part. But if they can show that level of confidence against the other teams, that they'll probably end up, they should arguably, if they can show that level of confidence throughout the weeks, they might land 5th or 4th, give or take how bad the league actually is. Give or take. Because Team Liquid, they remind me of like Rogue, back when Rogue, before they won a title, they would get they drafted like winning lanes, but then they would like do well in lane in the game, but then at 25 minutes they could just not close. It's just like, what is going on? You know? Because I feel like Impact's been more solid than Summit has. I feel like Umti's just a discounted version of what Piosic was. He doesn't really add any upside, honestly. And then you just have APA.
He's what you can get when you go and spend so much money. That's what it is. Like, did you see that trailer that whatever that Team Liquid had where it was like, I saw that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dude, Uppy I was like, oh god, Uppy's like, I'll up this. I was like, oh god. Okay, this is because it was mostly Core JJ and Impact speaking. I was like, oh fuck, okay. And then it's like, I'm here. I was like, oh god, okay. That's what we're doing now.
That gotta get those Honda ads, man. Gotta get those sponsors.
Yeah. I mean, then again, the team is called Team Liquid Honda. That means it's kind of built right because you know what Immortal's full name is? Immortal's Progressive. They're not progressive about anything. They're progressive about losing because that's what they're.
They progressively lose.
Yeah, that's their full name. Immortal's Progressive or whatever because the insurance company or whatever. Yeah. Team Liquid just needs to learn how to close because
that's the thing though is I know it's just week 1, but this is already giving me flashbacks to their last year performance in spring where they just got early game leads and just could not figure out how to convert their lead into a win. Now, is it players disagreeing on what League of Legends should look like from their position? Because Yana and Core JJ, I thought they looked really bad last year. But obviously outside of lane. But they've actually not been a problem. I mean, so far. Yeah. It's just I just don't know. Like what do you get with some of these players, man? Like, I just don't know anymore. Like, do you get a whole restructure? Because it feels like they need an entire restructure of just like a line of thinking to get past it.
Oh, no. Sorry, right now I'm watching the Buffalo Bills game, and they went down, failed to get a touchdown, and then the kicker missed. The kicker missed. The kicker had an easy kick, and that shit kept curving right. Buffalo chokes again. Just like Team Liquid, but we're not gonna talk about that against 100 Seas. Yeah.
What are you thinking about in NRG actually?
They are who we thought they were.
That game against Dig, where I'll say this, Dove, despite his team being absolute horse shit, is actually pretty good. actually almost solo brought the game back. That is
Dub's the best player on their team.
Dokla was losing pretty hard to Rich. The only reason why he got out of that situation was because contracts actually went up to top lane to help him. Only reason why he got out of it. Dokla was losing the entire game for his team.
Exactly.
FBI, the problem with Dig is like this coaching staff has seen NRG play at Worlds, and they're like, you know what? We'll let them have Senna and Tom Kench. Just L, done. Like, why?
Different bot lane. That's why it makes sense because we don't know how FBI and who he relationship is now, but you knowing because it's like Dig has seen NRG at Worlds, but then you also have tape. You can go back and see how FBI and who he were on 100 Cs. That's made. You can see that. You can watch those tapes. It's not hard. It's not that hard. Like
I just don't understand why are we giving these guys their best utility champions to carry. It's absolutely ridiculous. Also, Dig's comp was terrible. Dig's comp
absolutely terrible.
Bad. And how can you get hyped for Dignitas? Like Dignitas' only win came probably from the worst team in the league. It's like, bro, they're also going to be down. I don't know who's going to compete for it worse. Dig only have a win because of strength of schedule. Shopify Rebellion will be hopefully if Shop loses to Dig, we have a 8-3. We have a 5-team league, you'll say.
Yep.
What do you think about FlyQuest? I think they are the second best team, if I'm being honest here. So far.
FlyQuest is second best team. I'll say that.
Yeah. So far, yeah, I would say.
They're better than
a whole lot more cleaner.
They're better than Dig. Okay, when does Cloud9 and do they face and Fly? Okay, they don't. Oh shit. Okay.
Cloud9 has Dig and Shopify Rebellion this week.
Okay. They're gonna be 4-0. Fly gets Team Liquid. NRG is gonna be if Fly beats NRG. That's me. Okay, that's me. Do we gotta wait till week 3 to watch Fly and Fuck.
Yeah, Fly Cloud9 is week 3, day 2, actually.
Okay, the second match.
Okay. Because did you like the broadcast for the LCS? I haven't got a chance to watch the full broadcast.
I haven't watched them. I've just watched VODs. I have not watched them actually because I was watching Pokemon and football.
Okay.
Yeah, and Buffalo chokes again. They had a chance. They missed the field goal. Just for those who are football fans, Kansas City going back to the AFC Championship game. Buffalo had a chance to tie, and nope, they whiffed the kick. Kick goes wide right. Sorry to see that, but yep, the kick. That kicker's good. He's gonna feel it. This is the Super Bowl all over again.
Ooh,
from like 30 years ago, where the kicker missed and the kicker's the reason why the team not get to the Super Bowl. The kicker's gonna feel it. That kicker's gonna feel it.
1 sec, everyone. So yeah, Cloud9 finishing first. This is not surprising at all. Like
Cloud9 and they're being as down as they were. It's not surprising. Anything
not with the trophy in their hands, lifting it off that case, and the crowd cheering is a disappointment. Given how bad the league is.
The only team I could have thought that could beat them at first was what's the team? A blanket. NRG. Once I saw NRG was all right, cool. Cloud9. The only team that can beat them is not Team Liquid. FlyQuest. If Cloud9 is still undefeated when they get to FlyQuest, if FlyQuest lose to them, Cloud9 is going undefeated. There's
a good chance they could actually go undefeated given how bad the league is.
Like the only two teams I can see that can adjust to them is NRG and FlyQuest. 100 C's maybe, but I would be frank about 100 C's. I'm not a believer of Beach. I'm not a believer in him so far. And don't get me started on Ayla. Don't get me started on him. But I'm not the biggest fan of Beach. Sniper is good. River is good. Quid
is stepping up massively. Quid is stepping up a lot more than what he did last year, which is good.
Yep.
Nice to see him actually move out of lane and do stuff.
Yep. But the bot lane, that
bot lane is, man. Jeez.
But,
I mean, you can even still tell on FlyQuest that Bucio just doesn't really know what he's doing on the map.
Oh no. Bucio is definitely the worst player on that team. But that whole FlyQuest bot lane too is sketch. It's like, but at least with at least the ADC is like
he's actually pretty talented. You can tell there's some talent for that guy. Yeah.
But my God, like Bucio might be the weak. I'm not gonna say might. He is the weakest link on that team.
What else did I see out of the games from today? FlyQuest look all around pretty good.
I feel bad for these. I feel bad for these Buffalo fans, man.
Team choke. Yeah, Michael started 10-1 and then ended up collapsing. I know the feeling.
All Buffalo did was kick a field goal, and that shit went wide right. Motherfuckers out here throwing snowballs because they got snow to Buffalo was up, and my God, what field goal! And history repeats itself. When we do another podcast later, if we do another podcast later, we got to talk about these football games. This shit's crazy. This motherfucker, but that wind was kicking. I told you, y'all got to stop leaving it up to these kickers. Y'all got to stop leaving it up to these kickers. But overall, these were some good series, but
watching the LCS gives me AIDS.
The only team I'm 100% confident in is Cloud9. NRG, I have confidence in everybody but Dokla and Hui. I gotta see how Hui and FBI work. And Dokla just keep getting his ass whooped. That's But then again, that's been Big Dokes. He doesn't start playing until like week 3. Like it's like okay, that's me. And everybody else after Cloud, like FlyQuest, their biggest concern is their bot lane, and Whippo sometimes just doing uncharacteristic shit. It's like
just seeing just how bad the Dig IMT game is just, my God, that never fails to disappoint. Dig versus IMT is always match of the week for time lost spent watching it.
That fight, I didn't even watch it. And I realized these streams are right at 3 hours because they start early.
Yeah, the actual official stream clocked out at for yesterday and today 5 hours 31 minutes. 5 hours 44 minutes. So
but like 3 hours there was actually gameplay. The first hour is like them talking about the games at LCS and all.
Because I'm totally cool with that. LCS games being the LCS broadcast being come on, let's speed this up. Ain't nobody trying to watch the worst league for 8 hours. You barely want to watch this for 5 hours, you know?
Yep.
All right. And what the hell? Okay, someone deleted their post. All right. Before we go to our next show, we gotta go EFAP some videos and shit. We gotta do I want to just EFAP one of the people that we know's video and talk about the rarity collection. Okay.
Rarity collection. There's like 2 or 3 videos we're gonna do because I got my old video coming out. I'll wait on what to say. If I'm like, okay, let me.
Yeah, we'll probably do a reaction to, I'll say, Rogue's video. I'll probably do his. I haven't got a chance to watch his fully through. I'll clip that out. Then we'll do it for the rarity collection. And then after that, we'll just I guess.
I would say Rogue Heroes. Califett got a video. Califett got a few videos that where I was like, okay.
He's black.
I was like, okay. And people are trying to call him out because like he'll never see satisfied. I was like, I mean, if you don't think a company's doing well enough, you should be satisfied. But at the same time, it's like
these people are the same people that'll be like, "Man, movies are really, really bad now." Well, that's because people like that will always suck off really shit things and be like, "Why does no one think it's good?" Well, people just aren't gonna accept horse shit.
It's like
how it works.
It's like with me. It's like, why'd you leave Yu-Gi-Oh? It's like Cause I don't think Konami is a good company right now. It's not the game. It's partly the game too, but it's the company.
Well, it's because you have to basically put your head in the sand if you want to love Yu-Gi-Oh! To the point where you have to basically like absolve Konami of all their bad ways they treat the game. Actually, it's just
yeah.
All right, and everyone, thank you for watching and listening to another episode of the Cloud9 podcast. Thank you so much. So you will see episode 6 of season 10 of the Cloud9 podcast sometime right when I get all the episodes of the Iron Man podcast up. Remember, this show is going to be streamed live on YouTube, Twitch, and X, Sundays and Thursdays. So when it gets to Thursday, we're going to be able to talk about, the CB LOL. I'm pretty sure the game started, and we'll probably start talking about like what we think about the other LEC games that are going to take place, obviously, on Monday. So yeah, can't wait for you guys to start listening and watching the Iron Man podcast and have fun with that show. And I do want to say, whether you are watching and listening to the show, commuting back and forth from work, whether you're at home and you need something to listen to, or you're at the gym, thank you for watching and listening to the Cloud9 podcast. It will see you guys on Thursday. See you guys later.